So talking about disrespect, BCAP has the Dolphins missing the playoffs this season, which J-Ray and I do not believe. Don't think we're all in one. And I kind of have a belief. Typically with the quarterback, they are the ones that win MVP. It's you, Brandon on the low side of the screen. Oh, he gets called out, and all of a sudden he's on the bottom now. J-Ray, do you see yourself? You're on the top for me
He's been on the bottom for me the whole time.
the whole time.
The whole time.
Well, he just swapped to the bottom. That's crazy. And speaking of crazy, Tua this year has been fantastic. He leads the NFL in touchdown percentage at 7.3%. He's got 18 TDs to 3 picks. He also leads the NFL in yards in attempt at 9 yards, yards per completion at 13, quarterback rate at 118, quarterback rating, QBR, at 83, and he's also undefeated when he finishes games. And I look at this Dolphins team. They struggled mightily with Teddy and Skylar Thompson without him. There is a legitimate case Tua this year has been the most valuable player in football. But if we're going to put him in this discussion, we have to also group in Tyreek Hill because Tyreek has been so good this year that he is nearly on pace to surpass 2,000 receiving yards. Breaking Cooper Kupp's insane season last year would be what he's doing right now through 10 games. He nearly has his career high in receiving at 1,100 yards, 1,148. He's 300 away. That was set in the 2018 season, and he has 81 receptions. There's a very real case this year. If he finishes with 2,000 yards, he can win MVP because of the type of impact he's made in Miami. And then Mike McDaniel, who I think is the most undervalued person here. We talk so much about the weapons. If you get Justin Herbert the weapons and then a Mike McDaniel, I don't think this would be a discussion. And Josh, any quarterback would be amazing in this situation. So with that in mind, while also understanding the Dolphins have not won a game this year without Tua playing and completing it, is Tua Tagovailoa the MVP? J-Ray, I'm going to start with you because I know BCAP's going to try to shoot down your bubble, and I'm going to hit him with a strong rebuttal.
All right, so yeah, right now I remember we had a conversation. We gave our midseason awards, and I handed the MVP to Jalen Hurts. But right now, as it stands this week, the NFL changes week by week. A lot of things change, and yeah, the way Tua Tagovailoa is playing, Tua is the MVP to me. He is, and my living proof of that is the games that they've lost this season. That when he's not on the field, the game against Cincinnati, he got knocked out early. The game against the Jets, he wasn't on the field. They got smacked by the Jets. Then losing to the Vikings, the second he gets back, that offense is rolling. He's putting up numbers. He's averaging over 300 yards a game passing. He's had 3 touchdowns, I believe, in his last 3 games. The guy is absolutely going crazy. And this is exactly what you want to see from your team when you want to invest into a quarterback. This is it. This is exactly what you want to see. Everybody had their worries going into this season. They invest in him, and he's shining. This is what you expected out of Tua coming out of Bama. This is what you wanted to see. It was always there. He was accurate. He was smart with the football. He's not throwing you into trouble. Now you're seeing that with the weapons that he has on his team. He has the head coach there that definitely supports him. I think it's clear as day to me. I think Tua is really the MVP of the NFL season right now. And if this keeps up, Miami is going to finish with the 1 seed in the AFC. I think that warrants an MVP consideration. And yeah, John, I'll tip my cap to Tyreek Hill too, because without him, this was probably not happening. So yeah, it could definitely be up for grabs. But right now, I'd say it's Tua, Mahomes, and then who else? And Tyreek. Yeah.
So,
Brandon, and it's not that crazy. So you can't.
I guess
I hope you
Mahomes.
don't scoff at it.
I guess Mahomes just stopped playing football, right? He
I
hasn't
just
played
said his
football
name
anymore.
I just
15
said,
seconds
yeah, I
ago.
just
No,
put
I
him-
know. I understand. I just want to be clear about this. Mahomes just, I guess, just all of a sudden not. I mean, you
Mahomes
literally
cost the
just.
team in the biggest game of the
I'm
season.
sorry, but towards the end, you kind of slipped a little bit. You kind of exposed your own take, Justin. You said because you named your three MVP candidates. You said Tua, Mahomes, and then you said Tyreek. And you said without Tyreek, this probably isn't happening. You exposed your take about who's the
Well,
most
I
valuable
think
player.
he's still having a very good season because Jalen Waddle, everybody has stepped up this year, and
No.
especially now Mike McDaniel in the fold. So
Hold on. But without Tyreek, this wouldn't be happening. So there you are then you're not the most valuable player on the team. You're not even the most valuable player on your own team. You aren't. Mahomes is doing this without Tyreek. Still playing at an MVP caliber season. First in passing yards, first in touchdowns, only 7 interceptions, and he's second in QBR. And he's played every game. Two has missed 3 games. So we don't know if he would have struggled in those 3 games or if he would have played great in those 2 games. We don't know. All I know is that Mahomes has played in every game. He's playing without the guy that we thought was going to cause trouble because he's not there anymore and he's such a game breaker in Tyreek Hill. He's doing
We,
that.
we didn't think he would struggle.
There were people out there. There were questions. People were questioning. In the NFL world, people were questioning, oh, is Mahomes going to take a little bit of a step back because Tyreek's not there? People were questioning that out there. I'm not saying I wasn't. I don't think I said you guys specifically. I just said there were people out there that were thinking that. He's doing this with Juju Smith-Schuster, who's a very good number 2, but he's a number 2. He's not a number 1. He's doing this with MVS. We know MVS has struggled. He's really a number 3, if we're going to be honest. He's doing this with McCole Hardman, probably a number 3, if we're going to be honest. Obviously, he's got Travis Kelce. Nobody's going to take that away from him. And he's the best tight end in football. He's doing this with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Best Amp. When it comes to sports betting, guys, all of us want to make the most money, want to get the best bang for our buck. And with the Best Amp app, what they'll provide you with is the best odds across the sports betting market. All you have to do is download their completely free app and sign up for any of the variety of sportsbooks out there so that you can give yourself an edge in the game. Be sure to bet like a pro with the Best Amp app. Not only is it free, but it provides so many other perks. Custom betting trackers. If you want to sell any picks, and there's no commission, royalty free. You get the entire cuts. Thank you to Best Amp for supporting our show. And as always, let's get back to it.
How many quarterbacks in the league right now, and I want a number, do you think would be having the same success as Tua or more success than Tua in this situation? How many quarterbacks? Because I feel like I can name 15, 16 players in the NFL quarterback. I can't hear you, John. In the league right now that can have just as good, if not better, than a season than Tua is having right now.
If they were in Tua's situation?
Yes.
I don't think that's necessarily true because we just saw their 3 losses came without him on the field. Just you can't just plug any quarterback in that situation.
Yeah, but we're not plugging in
any receivers. Now, yes, if you're gonna say Mahomes, you put Mahomes in that situation. You put a Josh Allen in that situation, a Rodgers.
Yeah,
Brady.
But
we're talking
what I'm saying is that I'm saying that we're not talking about a Teddy Bridgewater, a backup quarterback who's a very good backup, but he's a backup quarterback. We're talking about top 15 quarterbacks, 16 quarterbacks in the league. That's what I'm trying to get to is with you guys. So really think about it. Like, yeah, you can go through the list of the quarterbacks in your head of starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
I'm thinking Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Yep.
Brady, Rodgers, Herbert.
You counting right there? That's 4, right?
Burrow.
I wasn't good at math. So you got 5 now.
I have 6.
Lamar.
That's 7.
All right.
Dak Prescott.
Deshaun Watson.
Let's not talk about
He's not on the field. I'm not.
Okay, but I still would say about it.
I don't want to talk about Deshaun. I just don't
okay,
like
that's
him.
fine.
Okay,
I'm just saying that I believe that he would be having success with this.
I don't care about him.
Okay, that's fine, John.
Tyler.
That's fine. That's fine.
I
understand your hate towards Deshaun. I get it.
I'm not going to say.
So we got that. We got that. Derek Carr.
No.
You don't think Derek Carr would have similar success or more success right now?
No, because he has a great offense as it is right now.
Well, Darren Waller and Hunter Renfro's not out, but I understand. And Josh McDaniels. That's what I'm saying. You got to plug him into that offense right now, currently.
I prefer Tua. And I won't take Dak because I do think that their ceiling is similar. So
you think that he would have similar success?
So I guess similar success, yes. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I want similar or more success.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Yes, that's 9.
Okay. I think we can agree Daniel Jones, no.
Nope.
Carson Wentz, probably no. And Taylor Heineke, no. Kirk Cousins.
Nope.
He wouldn't be having a similar success
I think Kirk is going to be what Kirk is. I don't think anything changes. He's still the same quarterback to me. He's not playing any gloriously
You
better.
guys have called Kirk a pretty damn good quarterback in this league. I think you
Yeah,
guys
he's
think
just
he's
not.
top
Yeah, he's just a
15
very
in the
solid
top
quarterback.
13.
He's not
So you-
solid. Kirk Cousins is an above average quarterback that
So
you're
then
not
he
going
would
to
be
build
having
around
success
entirely.
in this offense, right?
I don't
Similar
think so.
success.
I don't think he'd have as much. He'd have similar success,
Similar.
yes,
Okay, but
not
okay,
as much.
no, stop,
You're not
please.
taking
Can
into
we get on
account
the
fit,
same
my
page?
brother.
Can we get on the same page? Can we all get on the same page, please? Right? I said similar success or more success. So please, let's get on the same page. If it's similar success, it's a yes. If it's more success, it's a yes.
If it's
not,
less
then
success,
no.
it's no.
But you said it would be similar. You said similar. Okay, so yes, he would have success. Aaron Rodgers, we already said.
No
Jared
kidding.
Goff.
Most quarterbacks would look good with these
Jared
receivers,
Goff.
but they look like the
And
best
then
quarterback in football. Jared Goff,
No
no.
to Jared Goff.
Brandon, there's a misunderstanding here with your evaluation on Tua. You don't think Tua is a good quarterback. Let's just say how it is. You don't like his arm strength. You don't like his size. You don't like his durability. You don't like his athleticism. But what is Tua really good at? How has he had such a good season? You ask yourself, what is Tua's elite skill that some of these other quarterbacks like Derek Carr, like Matt Ryan, like Dak Prescott may not be as good at? Number one, he's elite in the red zone. He is amazing. The anticipation, the velocity on his throws, it's accurate, it's decisive. He's fantastic in that area. He's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football. This year, he has those bad plays every now and then. He came off the concussion, off of 2 weeks out, and versus Steelers had 4 turnover-worthy plays. We can acknowledge that and then realize these last 3 weeks, Tua has played out of this world. He has looked as good as any top 5 quarterback in football.
But you're
in
not
part
saying
because of the talent around him, but here's the thing, my friend. For as
you just
transformative-
exposed your own take again. You did it again.
No, I
You
didn't.
said at
No,
the
I
end,
didn't. Because
it's
for as
because the talent
transformative,
around him. You just did it again. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm not taking. See. This is the difference. What I'm doing is I'm understanding what Tua is doing out there, but I'm giving all the credit to the people around him.
And I'm saying, I hear that.
And if I'm saying if I take the 15 or 16 quarterbacks in the NFL, I believe they could have similar or more success than Tua. And I think we're all getting to that same point right now.
See, but
What
I'm
if
good.
I
I'm
took
stopping at
Tua?
9.
What if I took Tua and put him in other situations? Do you think you would be having the same success? Do you think we would be talking about him the same way you guys are talking about him right now? Do you think so? Yes or no?
that goes without being said, no.
Then he's not elite.
Nobody's
Because if you
calling
can't
him
do it,
elite.
if you can't do it, is top 5 not elite? John just said he's a top 5 quarter. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback.
At the most,
So
is
why
he
is-
not over the last couple of weeks?
So, Brandon, let me ask you
That's
this.
what he said. It's like I said it before. I said the NFL changes week to week.
I don't go that way.
Don't grab like the whole season, the whole enchilada, and say no, he's not an elite quarterback. Look at the last couple of weeks.
See, that's what I don't do. And then I'm gonna give you an analogy. If you're a car salesman, so 1 week this guy sells the most cars, the next week another guy sells the most cars. So it goes week by week who's the best car salesman, or is it consistency?
Okay,
You think a new guy walks into a car business and he starts selling a lot of cars, and the veterans in there, the best ones in there are saying, oh yeah, he's good, but let's see him sustain it. Let's see him consistently do it. Let's see him do it year after year. That's how you prove you're great. It's not week by week. I've never seen this in any other job. It is not, oh, one day you're the best and the next day you're the best. That is not how it works.
Brandon, let me
It's
flip
only
this on you.
sports. I don't play by those rules. I really don't. I'm sorry.
How about
I
these
just don't.
rules?
Two
So
of this
how
year.
is Tyreek Hill having his best season yet in Miami with Tua Tagovailoa after just playing with Patrick Mahomes the first 6 years of his career? Why exactly is that? Do you think that's by coincidence? That Tyreek is on pace to break the all-time receiving yards record in a single season set by Calvin Johnson at 1,947. How is that? If Tua can then take Tyreek Hill, who was looked at as a top 5 receiver, and just like Matthew Stafford with Cooper Kupp last season, takes him to the highest levels at the receiver stanchion of all time. How is that?
People understood how great Tyreek was already. A lot of people said he was the best wide receiver in football. Even when we talked about it before the season, I made mention that there is a case that you can make that Tyreek is the best receiver in football because of how he is I said he's the only receiver in football that at all times, if the defense does not know where he is, it's done.